Hi everyone, my name is Colleen from Property Link Sisters. As promised, this is the second part to the Coastal Cabana EC. And in today's video, I will be sharing with you the project analysis within the surrounding of Coastal Cabana, together with the eligibility of buying an EC as well as its loans. So I hope that after this video, you would be able to decide on which to go for, either a brand new EC or a private development. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Over here, I've got the location map of where Coastal Cabana would be, together with its surrounding. So if you notice that I've actually highlighted in two different colors, Sea Horizon, Watercolours are both ECs formerly. Sea Esta, Ripper Bay, and Seastrand, they are all condominiums to begin with. So in 2016, three developments actually TOP within the same vicinity. First of all will be Ripper Bay with 679 units, followed by Sea Esta with 376 units. Last but not least, Sea Horizon being an EC with 495 units. With that, I would like to do a comparison between Sea Esta and Sea Horizon, since they have pretty similar number of units. Right here, I've actually got the overall Sea Horizon EC versus Sea Esta condo price in terms of their PSF and how much the sellers have made since day one. As you can see right here on this pink color line, since 2012 till now, the owners have made a very decent profit of 65%. Versus the one in blue, since day one till now, Sea Horizon EC have made 57%, which is not too bad between a condo as well as an EC with under 10% differences. But let's take a look in terms of prior to Sea Horizon MOP. As we all know, there is a 5-year ruling MOP for ECs, let alone talking about BTO as well as HDB. So from day one until 2021, when Sea Horizon was able to start selling, let's take a look at the performance. Same thing again for the blue color, would be Sea Horizon EC, profiting 23%, versus Sea Esta from day one all the way to 2021 at 18%. So some of you might wonder, so if that's the case, should I actually go for the EC rather than a condo, since the profit margins are marginal, but we can tell from two examples, the EC definitely have a slightly better edge in terms of profit margin. So here I've prepared in terms of how much profit margin exactly do the sellers actually gain. So again, like what I've mentioned previously, Sea Horizon EC have to meet the 5 years MOP before they can start selling. And this MOP will only start prior to key collection, meaning to say the 5 years does not include the building time frame. So just an example of a 3-bedroom, a owner who have bought it since day one in 2013 right here, and later resell it in December 2021 due to the MOP. If you realize in terms of the dollars and cents, he or she actually gained about $300,000 profit. But if we compare to Sea Esta condo profit, as we all know, for condo itself, there is no MOP, meaning to say they can sell at any point of time. And when I mention any point of time, it can be buying today, selling tomorrow, if the sellers are willing to pay, of course, the seller stamp duty. But let's take a look at something like this within a 4 years holding, 2012 to 2016, the owner made a profit of 219,000. So again, if we put it in perspective, if let's say your intention is to make a short-term holding, okay, with capital upside, my advice is go for a condo. But if let's say your intention is to take advantage of the EC pricing right now, comparing to something which is brand new condo, then by all means, go for the EC. And remember, there is a 5 years MOP, which means to say it's targeted more towards own stay. Next, I would like to present another two examples, Watercolours and EC, together with Seastrand, a condominium, which both of them actually TOP in 2014. And here we compare in terms of the unit mix, there's 2-bedroom all the way to 4-bedroom. Okay, and for the other one would be 1-bedroom to 4-bedroom. Same thing likewise, let's compare in terms of EC and condo performance. If we take a look in terms of the Watercolours EC, since day one all the way to now, would be 57% increment in terms of profit margin. Whereas for the pink color line, Seastrand condo from day one to now, it's 40%. So it's very evident that EC really grow in terms of the PSF, even higher as compared to a condo. But now, to be fair, let's take a look at the 5 years MOP timeframe. So if we are talking about Watercolours over here, again, if we are comparing to the MOP will be 2020, since day one to now, the profit margin is about 12.94%, and very, very close by, which is Seastrand condo, also on the same time horizon at 12.83%. Okay, so you can see it's down to the dot 0 something percent. That's how close both condos and ECs are. But again, I'll just like to highlight to you in terms of the profit margin again, bearing in mind that EC do need to fulfill the 5 years MOP. Watercolours 4-bedroom, if you can take a look over here, is an EC, again, 2012 purchase. So in 2020, the profit margin is a mere 185,000 in like what? 8 years? 7 to 8 years, right? But if we're talking about Seastrand condo, there's no 5 years MOP. Let's just talk about a 3-bedroom, bought in 2011, sold in 2015, a mere 4 years, also fetched about 175,000 versus what we are seeing above, 185,000 over a spread of 7 to 8 years. So you can see the timeline actually multiply, but the profit did not. So again, I hope this clears up your mind in terms of what to go for. Is it going to be a condo or an EC? So now just a quick sharing in terms of buying an EC. If let's say you have bought a BTO before direct from HDB, you will be considered as a second timer. Or if you have bought a HDB resale flat, taken a first time grant, you will also be considered as a second timer. Meaning to say, if you are going for a brand new EC, you will need to pay this resale levy if that property was sold on or after March 2006. If it's before, you got to call HDB to check because it is a compounding levy. Next, we also look in terms of EC income eligibility. The person listed as part of the applicant must not exceed 16,000 household income. So usually, as we all know, ECs tend to have 2 purchases, or it can be 1 as well. But just to share with you an illustration, I've placed in here 2 homeowners, first age 35 with a household So just for illustration purpose, I have placed in here as 2 owners who are intending to buy a brand new EC. Age 35, drawing income of $8,000. Age 34, drawing income of $8,000 as well. Under MAS guideline, there are actually 2 types. One is called TDSR and one is called MSR. So TDSR is only applicable if you are buying a condo, resale EC, or private property. This would be the type of loan basing on a 16,000 income. However, if you are planning to go for a brand new EC, we actually use MSR for calculation, meaning to say our maximum loan can only be 1 million. As you have heard from my first video, this is the price guide that is given by the developers for Coastal Cabana. I will just use a quick illustration of a 4-bedroom right here. starting from 1.623. Of course, when we talk about 1.623, it will not be at this amount. Why? It's because if it's planned for own stay, you probably might want to go for something higher floor or a preferred view. So with that, I've taken the liberty to calculate it based on 1.63 million. If we are talking about 1.63 based on a EC right now, the loan required is 1.22, 75% of it. However, due to the age and income, our loan eligibility is about 1 million, meaning to say there's actually a shortfall of 200,000. Not forgetting there's also a 25% down payment, which comes up to be about 400,000. With that, adding it together, in total will be 625,000 down payment with the loan shortfall, excluding taxes, excluding legal fees, okay, to buy a brand new EC right now. And of course, when we talk about loan shortfall, there are always ways to counter that. There's always pledge and show funds. Now, let's compare based on a $2 million, but we are talking about either a resale condo or a private property. Assuming if it's $2 million, the loan required will be 1.5, 75% loan to value. Our loan eligibility will be 1.8 million because it is based on TDSR, which means to say there is no loan shortfall. All we need to take care of is the 25% down payment, legal fees, as well as stamp duty. And if I put them side by side, you may be thinking that, hey, I'm buying a higher quantum property at 2 million. But if you really take a look at the outlay, in fact, you get to save much more in terms of the outlay versus a brand new EC. So food for thought. If you have questions regarding purchasing an EC or a condo or properties options, feel free to contact us.